in the medieval and early period before this point, everyone in local parishes, local communities, is able to leave their mark as long as you have an instrument with which to do it, a knife, a compass, something like that. But in the 18th century, we see a explosion of this, really, an expansion of the people who are involved. So we have everyone from sailors and soldiers who are leaving their marks in military barracks, aboard ships, in colonial outposts that they're sent to around the world. We see sex workers leaving their mark and their clients in brothels, on the windows of brothels and taverns around areas like Covent Garden in London, or we see people, part of fashionable society, on the marriage market in Bath, leaving notes to lovers, leaving little witty poems about the sort of sexual tension of some of those interactions. And they write their graffiti on the windows of the assembly rooms, for example, or taverns and rooms that they're renting there. We see political agitators use graffiti. We see children leaving huge amounts of graffiti, and some of it as rude and basic as you would maybe find on the street today. We're no different in that regard. There's a lot of genitalia drawn by children in the 18th century. There's a really sort of huge, diverse range, and what it gives us is the voices of everyone in 18th century society. It allows us to reconstruct ideas that these people had about themselves, how they fitted into that society, what they hoped for themselves, what their ambitions were, who they hated, who they loved, who they were sleeping with, who they envied, and it really gives us almost a 360 vision of the 18th century world. It's really remarkable.